Hello, Cal's Potatoes, and welcome to another installment of Al Sports Update. Beside me is my partner in crime, Josh Filomeno, and I'm Ryan Eldridge. Today's show will feature a look into the beautiful New Giese Field. Also, volleyball plays a weekend doubleheader. But first, how about those Philadelphia Phillies, National League champions again?
It's unbelievable. I hope the Yankees clinch because I have some family that are Yankees fans, and they need a lesson in how baseball is supposed to be played. Nice. But before we delve into any of that, this weekend was homecoming at Temple, and apparently Mother Nature didn't get the memo. There was rain, temperatures in the mid-40s. Not a real October treat on homecoming, where the Owls are looking for their 4th straight win in a game against Army. Just remember, a month ago, this team didn't have a win, and now there's actually talk about the team competing for a MAC title. There was a good turnout for the 2009 homecoming team. Temple up 7-0 already when Von Charlton gets senior Jason Harper wide open for 37 yards to put Temple up 13-0. But Army would strike back with this 4-yard TD to wide out Ali Villanueva to tie the game up at 13. But the Owls would prove to be too much as quarterback Von Charlton throws this floater up in the corner of the end zone, and tight end Steve Maneri rips it out of the sky to put Temple up 20-13. Then, after an Army turnover, sophomore running back Kiar Griffin busts through the middle for a 1-yard touchdown to put Temple up for good. The Owls would take this game, winning 27-13, their 4th straight win for the first time since 1985.
Unfortunately, the Owls' 4th straight win came with a price tag. In the second quarter, Temple's starting running back Bernard Pierce sustained neck and shoulder injuries. He is doubtful for Temple's next game against Toledo.
But other spots too, because you get guys injured at this stage of the season. And, you hope and pray that it doesn't happen, but it does happen, and it happened to us Saturday. And you could make the case that some guys weren't ready for their opportunity on Saturday and didn't prepare, as we like to say here, prepare to be a starter. Next man in mentality is what we teach. So I don't think there's pressure on anybody else. As long as they're preparing, there's no pressure. Pressure is for those that are unprepared.
Through 6 games this season, Pierce piled up 486 yards and 6 touchdowns. He also began the season with 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. If Pierce is unable to go, sophomore Kier Griffin is likely to get a majority of the carries.
Homecoming is supposed to be a time in which Temple alumni return to their roots and get together with current students while having fun watching some pigskin. Nothing can ruin that, right? Our own Ian Burke has the story.
The rain and the cold could not stop Temple football and its fans this past weekend with Army in town. It was not only an important conference game, not only induction time for the 2009 Temple Hall of Fame class, but it was also homecoming.
It's been amazing. We're hanging with a lot of cool guys, and we're winning our game.
Great, but it's cold.
Yeah, I enjoy it, but the weather is...
With Temple leading after the first half 13-3, the band cleared the stage. Among the athletes being inducted into the Hall of Fame ceremony were Les Roggs for baseball, Jim Van de Silver, gymnastics, and Christy Poplowski for lacrosse. Then the crowning for the homecoming king and queen came next for Darren Jarrell Lee and Candace Moses. With the homecoming week coming to an end, an eventful night with a concert featuring Asher Roth and Lupe Fiasco caps off the newly crowned Temple royalty and a successful win by the Owl football team. But for some Temple football players, this was their last homecoming.
It was a lot of emotion. We treat every game, with a lot of emotion. We always try and come out and play our best every game. But this being homecoming, this being my last homecoming, I had a little extra, something inside, like, I had to make a play. Everyone had to do their best. Everyone had to get the team going.
Fight, fight, fight for the cherry and white with Al Sports. This is Ian Burke.
The women's basketball team started practice this week with an exciting season ahead of them. The Lees will get all the work in they can. The Owls have a tough schedule playing against 8 of last year's NCAA tourney teams. Some of those games include home games against Auburn and Duke. Their season opens November 13th at home against Illinois. It's just been announced that former Temple shooting guard Deontay Christmas has been cut from the Philadelphia 76ers roster. After not getting selected in this past June's draft, he was invited into Sixers camp in September. He averaged just under 2 points per game and 8 minutes of play in the preseason. With the new basketball season upon us, the university is sad to announce that it lost one of its greats. Temple University Angel Musey passed away this past Monday. Musey, a two-sport athlete, earned honorable mention All-American as the senior captain of the 1941-42 men's basketball team. Member of the Temple Athletics Hall of Fame, Musey was an outstanding performer in both basketball and baseball. Despite his small stature of 5 feet 9 inches, he would eventually become one of the smallest players in NBA history. Musey was 91 years old.
For the Temple athletes of today, there is no question the field hockey team is a happy bunch. The Owls scored their biggest win of the season on Sunday against 10th-ranked UMass. After falling behind 1-0 early in the second half, the Owls rallied back and tied the game at 1 apiece on a goal by Mandy Ruth. The contest went to overtime, and the Owls pulled through with a clutch goal by Kate Stewart. It was her first of the season, and it was a great time to get it. The field hockey team has many reasons to celebrate. It's not only about winning, but they've also got a new record-sized carpet. As Paul Elker tells us, size does matter on North Broad.
Temple women's field hockey may not be having a dream season, but they have one thing no other team can match. One of the largest AstroTurf surfaces in the world, stretching more than 165,000 square feet. That's almost the size of 3 football fields.
It's actually 2 fields. You know, it's not just one turf field, it's actually the size of 2.
It's great. We have such a neat opportunity to train out here every day, and it's really nice that the lacrosse team and the field hockey team are able to work together so well to share the field with the rec sports as well. But it's great, and it's a good recruiting tool for us that we want to attract the best athletes here to help make our program even stronger.
The $2.5 million renovation was a major facelift for the field hockey team, and they hope that a better field will help them be more competitive in the Atlantic 10 Conference.
It's a lot better. It's a lot smoother and actually flatter. The old field was kind of angled in, so there's always curved balls, but this is nice, smooth and flat, and you can hit a lot harder.
The new field has worked so well, it helped earn Bridget Zettles A10 Player of the Week.
It's good. It really represents like how our team's working as a unit now. It's not really an individual effort. It's just our whole team's been working well together lately, and it's just I'm there to finish. That's all. It's reflective of our whole team.
But the need for a new field was more than just for playing reasons. The lifespan of a turf field is typically 10 years. Old Geezy Field was 15.
It probably would not be good to have gone in one more year with the existing turf.
The hope of New Geezy Field is not only to provide wins for the team, but also to attract prospective students to the field hockey program.
It's a huge step for our program in terms of recruiting and bringing in better recruits in terms of they know that we're playing on the top quality surface, that all the best Division I teams are playing on this.
The field hockey team may have lost the first 2 games on New Geezy Field, but they are just glad that they now have their field of dreams.